What's up, YouTube? This Star Wolf. Hey, look, I've been looking at the preliminary hearings of the Ahmaud Arbery case. You know, it's live right now, and I've been listening to the testimony of this agent, Richard Dial. He's from the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Now, it's been very interesting because he's been filling in a lot of the gaps, you know, all the missing pieces to the puzzle. Everything everybody been wondering about, it's been surfacing. Everything that was in the dark then came to the light. First off, I want to say that them two races, the father and the son, and the other one, William Bryan, the McMichaels, straight dirty. They hit Ahmaud Arbery with the truck. They didn't show that on the video, but it's on video. They hit him with the truck before he was killed. And to add insult to injury, after he was killed, the daddy stood over his body and called him a nigger and was cussing him out as he lying there dying in a pool of blood, laying in the street, and they talking about they called the police and everything. See, all of that is lies. They didn't call the police or nothing. That video that he recorded, that William Bryan, Roddy, the one he recorded, has a lot of footage on there. The detective stated, Richard Dow stated in the testimony in the hearings, that he unsuccessfully tried to cut out the parts that would implicate him and that would get the McMichaels arrested. But he did it unsuccessfully because he didn't know what he was doing, because he knows nothing about technology. This is what the detective stated. So he also stated that William Roddy Bryan is cooperating with them. So he will be testifying against the McMichaels, as I already stated in my videos, in my previous videos before, that he was going to end up testifying against them. My thing is, they hit him with the truck. I had already broke it down in my last videos about how they lied about the streets they was on, and they lied about the streets that Ahmaud was on. See, they was chasing him and they was trying to trap him in, and when they finally did get him on that one specific street that he was murdered on, they boxed him in and they was able to kill him. The detective stated in the hearings that he felt that it wasn't in self-defense. The McMichaels killed him in cold blood, which we know. He said that Ahmaud Arbery's case is in self-defense because there was no other place for him to run. So he had to fight for his life. Another thing about this is, he said that he's waiting on the records from social media and the phone records, which once they get them records, the phone records is going to tie you in. There's no way you can get around time frames. It'll lock you into whatever you did or whatever you didn't do. So once you already given testimony, and these phone records is gonna contradict what you already stated previously. So they fucked. And then it's already been said that from the owner, he did not steal anything from the property. Nothing was stolen. They said that they was going off of instincts that he stole something. Who the hell goes off of instincts? And then here's another thing. They said that he used to, Travis McMichael used to be on social media, always calling people the N-word, using racial epithets, being disrespectful. He's a racist and he's a white supremacist. So he's through. He's through. He's all the way through. Okay, they should be charged the feds, the FBI should step in and charge them with hate crimes. And if they are charged with hate crimes, they'll be given a death penalty. There was no remorse in that because they had no remorse in what they done. They had no remorse at all. Now, here's something else I want to break down to everybody about the preliminary hearings and grand jury indictments. See, usually everybody that commits a crime is usually grand jury indicted, and there's a reason for that. These three was afforded the opportunity of a preliminary hearing because preliminary hearings is like mini trials. You have to show if there was probable cause and enough evidence to be bound over for trial. The reason that they don't give everybody preliminary hearings is because they know that if you are afforded the opportunity of a preliminary hearing, there's a high probability that your charges will be dismissed and the case is over with. Whether you're incarcerated or not, the charges is dismissed, the case is over with, and that's that. So what they do is, and they play off of people's ignorance because they know that like 95% of people don't know the law. That's why if you're out in the streets committing crimes, you better know the law. Because what they do is they get a lawyer to waive your rights, to waive your preliminary hearing without you even knowing. You don't even know that this lawyer was appointed to you. Even if you hire an attorney, you don't know that this lawyer was appointed to you without your knowledge. And the only purpose of that attorney was to waive your preliminary hearing, which is illegal. It's unlawful because in order to do that, you have to be present or you have to give your attorney permission to do that on your behalf. But they don't tell you this, and they know no one's going to fight this because you don't even know. So here it is. Your preliminary hearing has been waived without even you knowing about it. And now you grand jury indicted. See, in a preliminary hearing, the judge listens to the evidence and everything and then decides. The grand jury indictment is decided by jurors that you don't know. They're not your peers. They look at the charges. They see that you black or whatever. And it's like, boom, there it go. You indicted. You see what I'm saying? So they play them type of tricks in them games. And this is why these racists been afforded the opportunity to have a preliminary hearing. Now, this is not going to be the trial judge. They usually use a magistrate. I'm not saying a trial judge can't do a preliminary hearing, but they usually don't. They use a magistrate. And we're going to see if the charges is lessened, if they remain the same, which they should remain the same because they are 100% guilty of first-degree murder. But in a preliminary hearing, the charges could either remain the same, be dismissed, or be dropped down to a lesser charge. So we're going to see what happens at the end of the preliminary hearing after they hear all the evidence, which they have so much evidence against them. And they should be bound over to trial, and the feds should step in. So if you're out there committing crimes, you need to familiarize yourself with the laws, whatever state or whatever city you in, so they won't violate your rights and your due process of rights. If you out there committing crimes, which you shouldn't be anyway, and giving them a chance to even get you in that situation. These racists need to go down. Like I said, they hit him with the truck before, and he probably fell to the ground and kept running. When the truck stopped, what the footage we see on the video, he tired by this time. He running around in the neighborhood. He trying to get out the neighborhood so he can get home. He tired because they trying to cut him off on every street. That's why the truck was stopped. They waiting on him. He tired now. He has no choice but to fight for his life. I'd have did the same thing. What else you gonna do? What was he gonna do? Put his arms up and say don't shoot? They was gonna shoot anyway. That's what he did. And they lied about that. Said they only shot twice when they shot 3 times. Twice in the chest and once in the wrist. They lied off top. So I don't care about these racists. I have no feelings or remorse towards them. What happens to them happens. And that's just what it is. And I'll keep y'all updated on what happens in this preliminary hearing. As I stated, it's going on as I record this video right here. It's going on. The preliminary hearings is live. Anyway, I'm Starwolf. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get my videos when they drop. And make sure that you share my videos on all social media platforms. Peace.